Get ready for brains to short circuit with a prediction they'll swear was impossible. This self-working miracle can be performed with any shuffled deck, super easy, zero sleights, and guaranteed to astound everyone. So, grab a deck and let's jump in to the magic. Okay, so as ever, let's just kickstart by taking a look at the effect itself, a totally impossible prediction. And we're going to start with a shuffled deck. So just hand the cards to a spectator. They can shuffle the cards as much as they like. They really are mixed. With that done, you're now going to take the deck with a view to removing a couple of prediction cards. So let's see, I think maybe this card just here and one more. Okay, I think this card looks quite good, so that card also. And once you've done that, you're just going to place both of these cards on the table to the side where they will stay. You can now ask the spectator to take the deck again. Ask them now just to give the cards another shuffle. Emphasizing for this effect, we want things to be as mixed as possible. Once they've done that, you're now going to ask the spectator to think of a number between 1 and 10. It's a totally free choice. They can think of any number, not to say the number, but just to think of it. Let's say in this instance, they think of the number 8. At this point, you're going to turn away so that you can't see anything, and you're going to ask the spectator to take the deck again. Ask them now to remove a number of cards from anywhere in the deck corresponding to the number they're thinking of. So in this instance, the number 8. And they really can remove the cards from anywhere. So let's say they remove these cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With that done, ask the spectator to place those cards totally out of sight, so there's absolutely no way that you can see them. They might place them in their pocket or even sit on them. It's totally up to them. At this point, you can now turn back around towards the cards. Ask the spectator to take the deck again, and ask them to give the cards yet another shuffle, making sure that things really are as random and as mixed as possible. You're now going to take the deck in preparation for showing some cards to the spectator. Explain that you want them to secretly note and remember the card at the position corresponding to their thought of number and the number of cards they've removed from the deck. So remember, in this instance, that's the number 8. So you're just going to show cards individually like so as you deal them to the table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now obviously this is the card at the spectator's thought of number. So this is the card they'll remember as their selection. In this case we can see the 7 of diamonds. Remember, make sure they don't let you know when they see their card. 9, 10. And after you've dealt a few cards, you're just going to ask the spectator to confirm that they've seen and remembered a card. Once they've confirmed they have, you can just take the dealt cards here and place them back on top of the deck. Emphasize with the spectator that their selected number is totally random. There's absolutely no way that you can know the number, the selected card, or the position of that card. However, to make sure things truly are as difficult as possible, you're now going to ask the spectator to take the cards that they've been hiding and just to add these back on top of the deck. At this point, you can just quickly recap exactly what's happened. From a shuffled deck, the spectator used a totally random number in order to select a random card. The deck has been given multiple shuffles and the selected card has been totally lost. There's absolutely no way that you can know the identity or the position of that card. You can also point out that on the table over here, you still have your prediction cards placed there before the trick had even begun. You can now take those prediction cards and reveal them to the spectator. Over here, we have an ace, and over here, we have a 4. If we put those numbers together, 1 and 4, we get 14. Explain to the spectator that that prediction relates to the exact position of their selected card. Ask the spectator now to take the deck and to deal down that many cards, so in this case, 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Placing the final card to the side just here. For the very first time, you can now ask the spectator to name their selected card. Of course, in this instance, it was the 7 of diamonds. And now you can reveal that this card right here, found through your impossible prediction, just happens to be the 7 of diamonds. A wonderful prediction that's also super easy to perform, so stick around because now I will show you exactly how it works. Okay, so let's take a look at the secret to this effect, a surefire mathematical wonder. The spectator really can shuffle the cards as much as they like, it all adds to the impact. You're now going to take a look through the cards with a view to removing 2 prediction cards, and here you're simply going to remove any ace and any 4 spot. And with those cards removed, you can just place them face down on the table. You can ask the spectator to take the deck and give the cards another shuffle, making sure things really are as mixed as possible. You're now going to ask them to think of any number between 1 and 10. It's a totally free choice. They can think of any number. Let's say in this instance, they think of the number 5. As you turn away so you can't see, you're now going to ask the spectator to remove a number of cards from anywhere in the deck corresponding to their thought of number. So in this instance, they'll remove 5 cards and they really can remove them from anywhere. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ask them to place these cards out of sight somewhere so there's no way that you can see them. You can now turn back around towards the cards, asking the spectator to give the deck yet another shuffle. You're now going to deal cards individually to the table, showing them as you go to the spectator, and you're going to ask them to secretly remember the card at their thought of number. So in this instance, that's going to be the 5th card. And you can count as you deal, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is the card the spectator will remember as their selected card, so here we can see the 7 of spades. And you're going to continue dealing and counting until you get to 10. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, as you ask the spectator whether they've managed to remember a card, you're just going to casually deal 3 more cards. So in total, you've now dealt 13 cards. You're going to take the dealt cards here and just add them to the top of the deck. Now, just a quick note, whatever number of cards you deal here, in this case 13, that's always going to be 1 less than whatever your prediction is over here, in this case 14, and that's what makes this trick work. Now at this point, if you like, you can just give the deck a full shuffle or cut of your choice. Ask the spectator now to take their hidden cards and to place these on top of the deck. And at this point you can perform yet another full shuffle or cut of your choice. With the card seemingly lost, you can now reveal your prediction cards, which are of course an ace and a 4. Explaining that by putting those together we get the number 14, you can now ask the spectator to take the deck and to deal down that many cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 13, 14, placing the final card to the side. And all that's left to do now is to reveal that this card right here is indeed their selected card. In this instance, the 7 of spades. And there you have it. But here's the true spark. Nailing an impossible trick with 0 skill fuels unstoppable confidence. Carry that confidence everywhere and conquer anything. So hit subscribe to keep on growing one mind-blowing trick at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.